Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to essentially get free backlinks using Gmail. It's a very simple outreach process. First step, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be actually vetting the links step by step, and what a lot of people don't actually know is the fact that not every single link has a positive value. Some links actually push your website in the wrong direction. So what I will be doing in this video is essentially showing you guys from start to finish how I identify needle pushing links, how I eliminate spammy backlinks, and also how I do my outreach process, follow-up process, and everything that you need to know. So one thing that I would be recommending you guys do is follow along with this video. Try to SOP this for your staff, because again, if you have got a big website, you're probably not going to want to be doing this yourself. You might want to get a VA, or you might want to hire somebody in-house to do this for you, or essentially you can also hire a outreach agency such as searcheroo.com. So let's get started. Now, the first step is to essentially search the keyword that we're trying to rank for, or potentially even take a look at some of our competitors. But let's say we wanted to rank for best cash ISA, right? Now, you have some monster websites. You've got moneySavingExpert.com, you have money.co.uk, you also have the Times, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Ahrefs first step. And what we also want to do is go over to the link intersect section and plug in some of our competitors, right? So we're going to take a look at, for example, Money Saving Expert. We're going to plug in money.co.uk, and let's take a look at the times.co.uk as well. So then we're going to click on show link opportunities. Now basically what this does is it will essentially find links or backlinks that those free competitors have that my website doesn't. I've just put in like a dummy URL. You can put whatever URL you want. Obviously put in your own website's URL. This is just a test URL. I don't even think it's a live website. So as we can see, we have got 399 referring domains. Now, one thing that you can also do is filter by the amount of intersections, right? So if you do if you remove 2 and 1 and only look at the intersect of 3, as you can see, you only have a corp.best. And again, this looks like an aggregator website. It looks like it's just scraping, it's just scraping pages, right? So this, even though that all 3 of the websites have this link, it's not a needle pushing link. It's not actually going to help your website in any way, shape or form, right? So now let's take a look at 2 intersections. And as you can see here, we have got 15 referring domains, right? So you've got mykajabi.com, which is actually down. And again, one thing to bear in mind when Ahrefs tells you, like for example, some of you guys might be looking at this information, you're like, oh my god, I need to build 300 backlinks. There's going to be a lot of noise links, or noisy links as I like to call them, where it's not actually pushing any power. I just like to spot check some of these websites. So for example, the website before, it's not even live, right? Albrightcollective.com, these guys look like a genuine business, so we could potentially do some outreach to them, so that would go on the list. 2 of our competitors have that. readytogo.net, again, this doesn't look like a super relevant website. It looks like it's a sports betting website. So would I get this page? Probably not. What is this one? This page is down. So again, from 15 referring domains, we're actually twiddling down to, like, let's say maybe 5 links, right? So the financetime.co.uk, would I get this link? Yeah, definitely. It's talking about finance. It's talking about everything that we need it to. So what I would then do is copy this URL, head over to hunter.io. You can log in, and basically what this tool does is any website on the planet, as long as it has the information, it will spit out the actual email. So if we were to paste in the URL, click OK. So it's not actually found, it's not got any data for that website. So you can obviously reach out to these guys via a contact form. So you could always go down that route, but let's go with another URL that potentially will have a contact information. So let's do these guys, albrightcollective.com. Albright Collective also doesn't have any. Let's just take a look here. Search framersmedia.com, right? So as you can see here, they have got a lot of emails. One thing to bear in mind is it does come down to how many emails have been mentioned on that website, right? So for example, if we were to take a look at some of these websites, let's take a look at overclockers.co.uk, quite a well-known company. So you've got Ian Perry, you've got sales, so you're probably not going to want to message sales because it's going to be like a sales agent, whereas Ian Perry, he might be like the head of editorial or marketing at overclockers. That's probably the best email, right? marketing@overclockers.co.uk. So you've got a variation of different people that you can contact, right? So if we go back to Frommer Media, you've got like the managing editor. He's probably the best person to actually reach out to, right? So once we have a list of links and also a list of emails that we want to reach out to, the next step is to essentially head over to our Gmail, which I have got open in my other window, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this very simple, right? So Z Thompson at Frommer Media. So one plugin or one Chrome extension that I would recommend is Email Tracker for Gmail. This is a free tool. They also do have a paid version, but it's like $5-6 a month. It's nothing crazy. So what it basically does is you can track when somebody actually reads your email. And so if we actually do notifications, you've got when emails opened, you get a notification. You can also get an email as well if you wanted to. This is part of the pro version. So if you have got links in your email, so you can do when links are clicked, so you can get a notification or you can get an email. These are the pricing models. As you can see, it's very, very cheap. It's nothing crazy. It's like $10 a month per user. Let's just take a look at some of the other settings as well. So when links are clicked, when documents are viewed, so if you're sending PDFs, for example, if email's not opened in 24 hours, you get an email. If there's no reply in 72 hours, you can select that to get an email. If email is opened many times as well, you can get an email. And if email's reopened after a long time as well. So you've got a variety of different notifications that you can do. So this here is a really good setup, and it can also auto respond as well. So what I would be looking to do now is test out a load of different subject lines. So for example, I always like to use emojis in my subject lines, but test it out. And also when you're reaching out to them, say something along the lines of, hey, I particularly like that article on your website. I have a very similar article. Can you link out to it, etc., etc. So test out different pitches, test out different subject lines. You can very easily use ChatGPT for a lot of the subject line testing, a lot of the main body content testing. Obviously try to add a little bit of personalization to the actual outreach email, and you will very quickly start seeing a lot of replies. Now, one thing that I will bear in mind about this strategy, or you guys should be bearing in mind about this strategy, is that email outreach is a numbers game, and also don't feel like you're going to get a boatload of replies after just one email that you've sent out, or 10 emails you've sent out. You will need to do a lot of follow-ups. You're going to need to do a lot of emails in general. So yeah, just bear that in mind when you guys are doing this strategy. It can be a little bit of a time-consuming strategy, but however, if you guys are looking to do free link building, this is probably the go-to way of doing it. Now, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And if you guys want a free 15-minute growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out casualdash.com. Thanks.